Hey everyone, Craig with Single Length School, and we're back. And this week, I promised you a couple weeks ago, we're gonna bring you another product review from the same guys who bring you the PinHawk single length irons. So what do you say? Let's take a look. So if you're new to the channel or have not subscribed yet, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below, hit the notifications bell right beside it so you know when we release new videos. And as always, you can check us out on social media. It's at Single Length School on Twitter or actually Facebook and Instagram is at Single Length School. Over on Twitter's at One Length School. And as always, you can email me, singlelengthschool@gmail.com. So a couple weeks ago, we talked about the PinHawk single length irons, which is made by PinHawk, a brand of Value Golf. Aaron and the guys up there, as I mentioned in the last video, were so kind to send me a set of the PinHawk single length irons to test, which I really enjoyed. You can go check out that video. I'm going to link it up above right now. But they also make another set, and it's called the Vertex. Now, the Vertex is actually kind of a unique thought system. So we know that we have variable length irons and we have single length irons. Those are kind of the two things that a lot of people go to. And here, of course, we talk about the single length or the one length irons. Well, the Vertex irons are designed to be a dual length iron system. That's right, dual length iron system. And what do we mean by that? So with the Vertex, you're gonna see that the 3, 4, and 5 iron are one length, and then your 6 through sand wedge are a little bit shorter. So ideally, what has happened is the guys at Value Golf and PinHawk heard a lot of the rumblings from the early sets of the single length irons where guys could not hit the 3, 4, 5 iron solidly. They couldn't get the flight that they wanted. So they took it upon themselves to build out the 3, 4, 5 irons longer in the Vertex set, and then keep your 6 through sand wedge at that traditional 7 iron or one length iron set. So when I got the opportunity and Aaron asked me if I wanted to test them, I jumped on it because I know I get a lot of questions from you guys that I'm having trouble with my 3, 4, 5 irons. I wish there was something, or can I play my normal 4, 5, 6 irons? And I've always told you, yes, go with what you're comfortable with. Well, with these Vertex, that kind of goes away. So first things first, let's cover the cost of these. These cost $60 an iron. You get a 10 iron set. It's about $600. That's through Value Golf. You can check around. They also distribute to other places on the web. But for $600, you know, that's kind of a getting pricey. It's getting up into the cobra range. So the next question is, do they work? What do I think? So let's take a look. First things first is what you're going to notice, and I'm going to show you some photos I took of these as well, is the 3 and the 6 iron. The longer irons in those two different lengths are actually solid backed. So they're not a cavity back, they're actually solid back. And the one thing that really got me, and this isn't a bad thing, but the sound off the 3 and the 6 iron actually sounded like you were hitting a hybrid. It kind of had that metal sound, that hollow sound. But I was surprised because it actually did the job. Now, your 4 and 5 iron and then 7 through sand wedge, those are your cavity back irons. And aside from the Vertex name on them, they look a lot like the PinHawk single lengths. So overall, I spent 2 weeks with these, just for the simple fact that I haven't played a 3, 4, 5 iron longer than a 7 iron length for a few years. So I wanted to make sure I gave these a good test. So the 3, 4, 5 iron, what I found is I did have to move the ball up in my stance to get a higher flight and get the distance that I'm looking for. Much as you would with a variable length set where the longer irons you move towards the front of your foot in your stance, towards your front foot. Same thing with these 3, 4, 5 irons. 6 through sand wedge, right in my normal spot. The 6 iron, the 7 iron, all of them carried extremely well and exactly as I expected them to without even trying. So they mimic the flight of the Cobra Forge Tech Blacks that I have in the one length iron. So that's a positive. as I said, I don't know if there's a negative with this set aside from getting used to the 3-4-5 iron being longer than the rest of the set. But if you're a variable length guy looking to come into the single length realm and are worried about your long irons being shorter, this might be the set for you. So overall, the look, and I'm just kind of taking a look down here, the look of them, the soles on them are a little bit wider, a little more forgiving with contact into the ground. Again, they're not a forged set, so you're not going to have real thin soles on those. Overall, the cavities obviously vary based on the iron. It's not something that I don't think a lot of people would pick up, but it was something that I picked up. But let's talk about performance. I've already talked about the 3-4-5 irons and kind of the whole set really exceeding my expectations. Overall, when I compared this set to the PinHawk single lengths that I tried, I actually found these to be a little more workable. So I was able to work the ball right to left and left to right a little bit easier and a little bit more with this set than I was the PinHawks. In terms of forgiveness, I think the forgiveness is there as well. You know, they're not something that a little miss hit out on the toe or a little miss hit towards the heel is really going to penalize you. They felt solid, and when you make solid contact in the center of the face, honestly, you can barely feel the ball fly. So that's a great thing. Overall, guys, you know, the Vertex irons, I'm truly impressed. I think the guys at Value Golf did a great job with these. Is it something I see the big name brands going to? Not yet, just because they've got so much R&D, especially Cobra, so much R&D into the one lengths. I don't think they're going to move themselves over to a dual length system unless, of course, Bryson says, hey, that's what I want to go to. But for you guys that are out there that struggle with the 3-4-5 irons, especially in the one length set, you know, being that 7 iron length, you may want to think about picking up the 3-4-5 irons out of Value Golf and PinHawk with this Vertex set. Having that extra inch and a half, it really will do you a lot of favors in terms of you guys that want something more along the lines of those traditional 3-4-5 iron lengths. So, you know, if you guys went out, bought a set of one lengths, no matter what brand it is, and you got 5 through gap wedge, and because you were scared of the 3-4 iron being a little too short, trust me, you're going to love these. Go pick up the Vertex in the 3 and 4 iron length. If you don't have a 5 iron and want that 5 iron the extra length, these you're not going to go wrong with. I love these. I absolutely am blown away by the performance of these. Again, I can't thank Aaron and the guys at Value Golf and PinHawk enough for sending me these sets to test. I've got to clean them up and ship them back to you guys, but trust me, if it were up to me, I think the Vertex very easily could end up in the bag in the next couple weeks with a little bit of work. Distance wise, the distance was there with every iron. It wasn't something that you know, I feel I lost any distance compared to what I'm hitting now. In fact, I might have even gained a little bit, just because I think these Vertex are a truly solid club and a great option for you guys that are out there looking. So again, that's my take on the Vertex. If you're looking to get into single length or worried about the 3-4-5 iron lengths being a little too short, definitely check out these Vertex irons. They're worth it. They're worth the $600, and honestly, I think they're underpriced. Just from the performance stance I've seen over the last 2 weeks, I think this set could easily go for $800 and $900. So, Aaron, don't take my advice. These guys still want to buy them, but definitely, guys, check these out. Hit up Aaron. Hit up the guys at PinHawk and Value Golf. They're going to help you out. And as always, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notifications bell right beside it. And then on social media, Facebook and Instagram, it's at Single Length School. Over on Twitter, at One Length School. And if you guys have any other questions on these Vertex, you can always DM me or shoot me an email, singlelengthschool@gmail.com. As for me, it's hot. If you guys can't tell, I'm sweating. I've got a 3/4 of a bucket to finish getting through, and other than that, I'm gonna see you in the fairway after I finish up and go home and shower. So take care, guys. We'll see you next week with the next video, And as always, keep it in the fairways. We'll see you later.